Tonight on EA Sports. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Down by Deion Jones.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 116 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On first down, O'Neal, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Number 33.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
7 yards there at a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again, Townsend being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Off play action, Townsend. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Townsend. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Townsend. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From a yard out. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Kick is good.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Falcons, nothing.
And now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Number 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Townsend. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st down, Townsend. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. From the gun, Townsend. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Shut him down! Shut him down! There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Falcons, nothing.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down, Atlanta.
They'll They'll look to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalized them.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
So someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
At their own 26-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On second down, Madison. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll run on first down. O'Neal. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The ball carrier.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get...
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the Falcon first down.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
To number 82.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just open for number 4. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Operating from the gun, Townsend, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
On first down, O'Neal. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Townsend. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, Townsend. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A final shot before break. Townsend, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Madison, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down movement. On play action, they'll throw. They'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Right back to him on first down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check, check. Block 54.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you're...
Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. 79 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports.
Falcons.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Falcons on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Number 29.
That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
A gain of 12.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Lindsey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 3, second and a yard.
At the Bears' 3-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
From 3 yards out. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
42.
Extra point splits the uprights. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd down.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro lining.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold-up fork.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 17 yards out, and the Falcons get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Right there, 54, right there, right there, 50.
On 3rd and 2, Townsend, and able to find Graham, complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tonight,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it